Welcome to part 19 of the book of Ephesians. May, I keep wanting to say March every time I start to say it. May 18th, 2024. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, part 16 through so far of this has been recorded on May 18th. I may have been saying 17th earlier on the first couple parts of this morning. I don't know. I haven't reviewed them yet. Anyway, I want to get back into this word, but I want to stress the importance of guarding your minds against intrusive thought. And sometimes it can seem like the most innocent thought. But if it leads you to a place where you ought not be, cast it out. If it could cause you to want to do something that you know is sin, cast it out. Don't yield your members to that. You know, I've never done that. I've never done that. And this person spoke this little thing to me, and I thought, And it was just a biblical conversation. That's the worst part. It was about the Bible. And here comes this little intrusive thought. Here comes the tempter, jumping right on that. Pop! The Lord wants you to have that particular thing. See, it's Bible. Huh? It's Bible? Yeah, it's Bible. He wants you to have it. And that's when, ba-ba, a little light from heaven shined on my soul. And I listened to Brother Krause's message last night. And that's when the light really got bright. It was like, ding, look what happened to Eve. Hello, Eve. Your name is Eve. He even said that. He said, I don't know your names. You may be Adam. You may be Eve. Well, for a minute I was, Brother Krause. I'm not going to lie. For a minute I was. For a minute I was. Because the intrusive thoughts were coming. And I thought they were from the Lord. And that he was saying I could have this or that. And I was like, I'm confessing my faults, honey. I want them gone. I want them gone. I'm not hanging on to nothing. It's going out. I'm casting it out the little door. Boop. Because I don't want to sin. I have no desire in me to do any kind of sin. Never did. Especially that. Boop. Gone. And what did God tell Eve, though? I'm going to go this way. Lord, help me. You know I don't like talking about this, so Lord, here we go again. Ba-boom. Okay, now listen. Some of y'all probably wondering how we know about what Adam and Eve done in the garden. Not being an actual apple, but being sexual sin. What did the Lord tell Eve when her child was born? Or before her child was born. Sorry about that. Before her child was born, what did he tell her when he cursed her about the childbearing? He said to her, Woman, thy desire shall be toward thy husband. Thy desire shall be toward thy husband, not toward the serpent. So what does that tell us? That she had been with the serpent. Yes. adultery. And Adam said that he partook of the tree too, which means he was there too with the serpent. Yeah. Where you think homosexuality come from. I don't care if you receive this or not. You don't have to believe it. Pray about it. Don't just cast it down. Don't think I'm some kind of weirdo. I read the word and I understand what it says. Why do you think in so many places it talks about these sins throughout the King James Bible? Why do you think they want to throw out the King James Bible now? And why do you think they're calling it a bigoted book? It ain't just because of the New Testament and about Jesus, like some are trying to depict it as. No, they want to get rid of the entire King James Bible because it speaks against homosexuality. That's why they call it a bigoted book. Because if it was just about Jesus, they would just keep on with that lie that Jesus was not the Messiah in the first place, and they would hammer that down. It has nothing to do with that. It pays to pay attention what's really going on. The truth is, they want rid of it because it speaks against the sins they want to participate in. Their menage a trois. Having more than one wife, having more than one husband. Why is it, though? Let me ask this question. Why is it men will be quick to defend the Mormon way of life? I don't know how else to put this. Wanting 7 wives or more, or concubines and harems or whatever. Why isn't men as quick to defend that and say that was of God? But if a woman was doing that, they would say like they did, and they brought that woman and saying that they caught her in adultery to Jesus for him to stone her. Remember? They quick to want to throw that woman under the bus if she's doing stuff like that. But yet if they out here visiting every female they can find, I'm going to put it that way, because I don't know a nicer, cleaner way to put it. Visiting, use your thoughts here now, people. I ain't talking about actually just going visiting somebody. I'm talking about like a man with his wife. Lord help me, Jesus. You know I hate this. Oh my gosh. But anyway, if a man was doing those types of things, committing adultery, let's put it that way. That's easier. Saying that his wife couldn't keep up with him or what have you. This ain't no rabbit race. When Jesus said, one man, one woman, he meant it. And let me tell you, Jesus said that in the beginning when he created Adam and Eve. He was showing us what was supposed to be. One with one. One male with one female. And when it says like over there where it talks about men having one wife, it's talking about that. It means that he should only have one at a time, not 12. Oh, Lord. That's why you men don't want to preach on this, because you know how uncomfortable it is. Whew, good Lord. I'm so glad my face is not on camera. I can't talk about this stuff. If you happen to see a red glow, it's just me. Oh, Lord, this is so uncomfortable. But we got to address it. Because the world don't know this is sin. No matter how uncomfortable it is. What's more uncomfortable, burning in hell and letting other people burn in hell? Or telling the truth? Now, I went that road to show you what the thing was about, and God told her that her desire shall be to her own husband, not to other men. And the same is true for men. Your desire is supposed to be to your own wife and not to other women. If you're doing that, the Bible says don't look upon any to lust after them. What do you think desire is? Dum da dum dum dum. I'm gonna leave that one at that. Dum da dum dum dum. That is not just music. Anyway, what do you think desire is? Lust and love are not the same thing. When you love somebody, you want them to grow spiritually. You don't want to cast a stumbling block before their feet. You want them to grow in grace and mercy and in the Lord. And you're glad for them when they do. And you want them to be strong and devout in the Lord. If you love somebody, you want them to make it home. You're not jealous of them, and you're not seeking to destroy what they have with the Lord. And you don't want to keep them from the Lord in any way. No, I don't want to keep anybody from the Lord. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. I want the Lord off myself. There, see, I told you I'm confessing my faults. But I know I can't have him all to myself. Because everybody needs salvation as much as me. And because I love y'all, I'm willing to share. Yep, I'm willing to share a little bit. Now, don't take too much. I'm kidding. Got to have a little humor with this. But when you love somebody unconditionally, you want them to be their best in the Lord. Not just this world, not of this world, but in the Lord. That's how you know if you love somebody or not. Because if you don't want them to grow in the Lord, and if you're jealous of them and so forth, you're not loving them. You're letting those evil spirits lead you around by the nose. Love and lust are not the same thing. Desiring somebody physically is not the same thing as loving them spiritually. I keep trying to tell y'all this. My first videos was a lot about this stuff, some of them. They're on the YouTube still. They're on Facebook still, but you have to have the title. I was supposed to look them up. If the Lord tells me to, I may recap some of those, throw them back. But lust and love are not the same thing. You gotta quit letting Satan deceive you into thinking that they're the same thing. They absolutely are not. How much are you going to love that person when their physical man changes and it's no longer the thing that you were desiring? As they get older and changes happen, how much are you going to love one another then? If lust is the only thing that's driving that love. Because that's not really love. You need to think about this. I'll see you in the next part.